I just wanted to do a quick one on an update. Things are still like they have been. Haven't been hearing back from any of the places that I apply for. Indeed is showing that at least some of these employers are viewing my application, so I know that at least some of them are looking at it. But I'm not hearing anything back. As things go downhill from here, money-wise, I'm projecting about 6 more weeks of benefits. I mean, you would think you can sit down and figure it exactly, but in the past, when I've tried to do that, especially, their screwy ways of doing things, you can never pin it down. You should be able to. I mean, it's simple math, but at any rate, I'm projecting 6 more weeks. So, one thing I wanted to touch on was in the next few days, I'm going to expand my garden, and I'm really big on gardens. You need to get out and learn how to garden. You need to learn how to can. Canning processes. Get yourself a pressure canner. You can get them at garage sales and the jars too. And you can put up your own food for long-term storage so much cheaper than buying it. It's unbelievable. And it may seem kind of contradiction for me to have a garden and be expanding it when I've been saying all along that whatever job I take was probably going to take me far away from where I live now. And in that case, the gardens will just die. But the whole thing is what if it turns out that I don't find a job, till the end of this year? And that could very well be the case, that I go 9 months or a year without a job, and heaven forbid even longer. But in that case, I've stuck where I'm at. My house payment is paid through, a year. It's a year away before my next house payment's due. And that's part of why things are like they are. But believe me, that's infinitely preferable to me than the alternative. And so it may turn out that I'm there another full growing season, and I have all my... when I still had a job, I got another pressure canner. I have several, and I got a case of lids. I have dozens and dozens and dozens of jars. So if it turns out I'm stuck there through the entire growing season, and I hate to say it, but I probably will be. Well, I don't hate to say it, but it's just probably this shaping up that's the way it's looking. Anyway, so I'll have food to can up. Now, water management, if you're going to do a garden, there's no getting around it. It can cost you more in water than what the food would cost to go buy at the grocery store. I mean, just being honest. So water management is absolutely the key thing. When you water, get a water timer. They're well worth it. Those things will help you. I mean, you can grow so much more abundantly and can up than you would ever buy if you bought it by the case at the grocery store. And plus, you have total control over things like the genetically modified crapola they're shoving down our throats. And you have control over if it's organic or traditionally, use traditional control methods, which I am not an organic freak. If you can grow it organically, fine. But the fact of the matter is the way the bug population is, you go out here and try to grow anything without some form of pest control, you just can't do it. And so there's nothing wrong with traditional control methods as long as you follow the recommendations exactly. So anyway, my advice to everyone is you can have indoor gardens. You can garden all through winter, especially if you have a greenhouse. But even if you just bring certain potted plants indoors, you can still have pepper plants and tomato plants indoors through the winter. It gets you some grow lights. Anyway, I'm just saying, not only is self-sufficiency a good thing, it may be an absolutely critically essential thing. You may not have a choice but to do it. And my own personal feeling is that's where we're headed. Is we're headed back to where things were before the Great Depression of the 1930s, where you were self-sufficient and self-reliant as a matter of fact. And anyway, that's where things are at. I'm still plugging away, like I keep always saying. And today, when I get back home, I'm going to apply for another probably between 10 and 15 jobs. So all you can do is just keep going. I'm going through every state, may even try in Canada, and we'll see. Anyway, that's where things are at, and just keep going. That's all you can do.